Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the Stoic perspective, the view from above. We're looking at a single, incredibly impactful piece of Stoic philosophy that literally promises to shift how you experience reality. It's an idea that's, so elegant in its simplicity, but absolutely expansive when you apply it. It's survived for thousands of years for a reason. Basically, it's a mental framework built specifically to pull you out of your immediate struggles and hand you a totally new vantage point on your own life. So let's start where we all live, right? Down on the ground level. Are you overwhelmed by the chaotic ground level of daily life? Because let's be real, it is loud down here. It moves so fast. You've got the morning commute, the endless pinging of group chats, emails just piling up, looming deadlines, or hey, maybe just that wonderfully passive-aggressive comment from a coworker, or even just the everyday micro-anxieties of trying to keep up. Down at this level, every single immediate inconvenience feels absolutely massive. Every tiny bump in the road, it feels like an insurmountable mountain. We get caught in this rapid-fire reaction mode, just constantly getting swatted around by every little thing that goes wrong in our immediate vicinity. And honestly, it is exhausting. But this brings us to the Stoic perspective. The really fascinating fundamental premise here isn't about changing what happens to us, right? It's not some magic trick to make the traffic vanish or to permanently clear your inbox. Instead, it's about fundamentally changing how we choose to look at those things. It's about recognizing a hard, undeniable truth. We cannot control the external, swirling chaos of the world. No way. But we do have absolute, unyielding control over the internal lens through which we view it. And that realization brings us to a powerful mental framework, the view from above. The spatial shift here is key. We are no longer on the ground. We are elevating our minds. Instead of being down in the weeds, just completely tangled up in day-to-day friction, we introduce a macro concept. We take our consciousness and deliberately, slowly, lift it above the immediate chaos. We seek height. We seek distance. We are stepping away from the noise. To get specific, the view from above is a conceptual shift where one mentally elevates their vantage point to observe life from a broader, macro perspective. Think of it as the ultimate philosophical antidote to that fast-paced, grounded anxiety we were just talking about. It's kind of like when you're standing an inch away from a massive painting. All you see are these messy, chaotic brushstrokes, right? It makes zero sense. It's just noise and texture. But when you step back, when you elevate your vantage point, the masterpiece actually reveals itself. The view from above asks us to step back from the messy brushstrokes of our daily annoyances so we can see the grander, much larger picture of existence. Now, the crucial point here is that this isn't just some fleeting thought or a passive daydream. This is a meditation. It's an active, deliberate practice. It literally requires us to intentionally practice zooming out. It's a mental muscle you got to build over time. You don't just magically float above your problems the second you get frustrated. No, you have to train your mind to pause that initial reaction, take a deep breath, and actively initiate that upward mental trajectory. So let's actually walk through what this meditation looks like in practice. I want you to experience this narrative arc with me right now. Step 1, start by looking at yourself, right where you are sitting or standing at this exact moment. Notice your immediate surroundings, the rhythm of your breathing, the physical space you're taking up in the room around you. Okay, now step 2, we elevate. Imagine zooming out. You're looking down at the roof of your building, then your neighborhood, then your entire city. You see the grid of streets, the thousands of cars, the millions of people down there all buzzing around. And they're all experiencing their own deep stresses, their own major triumphs, completely oblivious to your current inconvenience. And finally, step 3, we keep going. Pull back much, much further. Look at the entire globe. Picture the Earth spinning silently in the vast, quiet, dark expanse of space. Continents, oceans, billions of lives, millennia of history unfolding on this pale blue dot. From way up here, hanging in the quiet void, that missed email or that traffic jam, it doesn't even register. Up here, it is completely silent.
This perfectly illustrates the contrast, because when we stay trapped in the ground view, life is anxious, it's chaotic, it's incredibly hyper-focused on the self. It's just this tiny, suffocating box of reaction. But when we shift to the view from above, everything changes. It becomes serene, it becomes expansive, and above all, it is objective. It strips away the heavy emotional charge of our daily problems by placing them in their proper cosmic context. It completely replaces the anxiety of the micro with the calm, soothing objectivity of the macro.
And that is exactly why this simple shift changes everything. Just let that sink in for a second. Changes Everything. By simply altering your spatial perspective within your own mind, you can fundamentally transform your emotional reality. It literally strips anger of its power. It makes fear look remarkably tiny. It reminds us of our shared humanity and the brief, precious nature of our time here. It's just a simple mental shift, but man, it carries profoundly transformative power.
So when we bring it all together, we're left with this cohesive, life-altering idea. The view from above is a Stoic meditation that changes everything. The perspective is the goal, the active meditation is the tool, and changing everything is the inevitable result. And honestly, this ancient practice is just as vital today as it was in the days of ancient Rome. Arguably even more so given exactly how noisy and overwhelming our modern world has become.
So I want to leave you with this to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. Think about whatever is stressing you out the most right now. The big deadline, an argument, some financial worry. Just hold it in your mind. Now initiate that active meditation. Zoom out, past your roof, past your city, all the way out into orbit. Look back down at that tiny speck. How does your biggest problem look from above? I highly encourage you to use this tool the next time the ground level gets a little too loud. Keep elevating your perspective, and I'll catch you next time as we continue to break down more fascinating ideas.